Gentlemen, we are going to be growing our biceps this year. And I'm going to keep it very simple. It's not complicated, complex at all. Grow your biceps. So, biceps are perhaps the most important arm muscle for showing off your muscle, how in shape you are. When most people say, "Can I see your muscles?" you automatically know that they're talking about your arm muscles. So you go like this, flexing the guts. Biceps, you want big biceps so you can attract the girls, so you can look good. So when you pump the guns for the gun show, it looks really good. There is the long head and the short head. There are two sets of the bicep. Now, they're two different muscle groups, but the more important one is the long head, because that is the one that actually makes the bicep look larger like this. The short head, when you train that, it makes it look more wider, but long head makes it look more taller, having like taller biceps. Now, also, I will say having good bicep genetics is what people say, is having a longer bicep, so that way it's based on the amount of fingers you can fit in between your elbow right here and your actual bicep. So I can fit 2 fingers. Now, it'd probably be better if I could only fit 1 finger, because that would mean my bicep muscle is much longer. You want a sort of longer bicep so it looks taller and more full when you actually work it out and develop. The way to do it is very simple. You want to focus on doing pulling exercises, not pushing. And of course, since we're calisthenics athletes, we'll just be doing bodyweight calisthenics. This is going to be showing you how to do it with just calisthenics, your own body weight. You can do it at home today. So you want to focus on doing pulling exercises, not pushing exercises. So a lot of people they'll cite push-ups. Push-ups are not an arm workout. They are a chest exercise. Any pushing motion is going to work the chest. You're using your arms to target your chest, so it works as a byproduct. But the thing is, you cannot target your arms with just push-ups. So some workouts, but not the bicep in the way that we want it to. The point of the bicep muscle, like the actual function of it, is to pull, which means we need to be doing pulling motions. So, like I said, pull-ups. And if you notice people using just doing preacher curls or just lifting barbells, they are pulling it towards themselves. So we as calisthenic athletes need to be doing pulling motions as well. So we're going to start with number 1, chin-ups. And chin-ups are fantastic. They are my number 1 go-to bicep exercise. In fact, on Friday, every time I come from work, I want to grow my biceps. I come down here, get to work on spamming the biceps. Chin-ups are very good. And the reason why is because pull-ups target the back, chest, and arms. But chin-ups rely on isolating more of the arms. And because the biceps are, you see it's a smaller muscle in comparison to your entire body, the biceps are obviously smaller than the chest. So you want to isolate it and really work it out. Your arms do get some engagement on other exercises, but when it comes to growing just biceps, we want to isolate them to get them bigger. The way we do that is by training them in rapid succession. Starting with chin-ups, you go in a supinated grip. Your hands, notice, are the same position as someone who is lifting weights. So if you have a pull-up bar and you're doing chin-ups, you want to grab the bar like this. This is what's called a supinated grip, which means your hand is upside down. And the way that the bicep muscle is, you notice, what does it remind you of? Lifting weights, like that. Even the position of holding it is curling, and you're actually pulling it up towards you. You notice people, when they lift weights, they're not pushing it away from them, they're curling it towards them, which means we are going to be doing the same exact position. So what we do is grip the bar really nice and tight. That's how you grip the bar, the less strain is going to have on your forearms and wrists. And so gripping the bar is actually going to give you more strength to pull yourself up and get the contraction. When you train chin-ups with any sort of pulling exercise, a lot of people can fall into the habit of cheating themselves on reps simply by not going down low enough. What you want to do is start in a completely outward motion like this. Almost locked, not really. And then make sure you're pulling yourself all the way up. Let's say like this. You're outward. And then what you want to do is pull yourself up all the way, so that way the bicep is fully contracted. And a good way to keep track of that, easy way, is just make sure your chin is getting above the bar. Starting in the very low position and getting all the way above the bar. Now, this is going to be difficult when you do it over and over and over again, clearly a short amount of time. But that's the point, as in we want the muscles engaged and attacked. The second one is going to be neutral grip pull-ups. Now I actually discovered this by accident, where I kind of started just to play around and try things with my pull-up bar. If you have a pull-up bar that has these things on it, what it's actually going to do is allow you to grip your arms like this, in a more neutral position. So instead of your arms being in a supinated or pronated grip, they'll be in the neutral grip. And the neutral grip allows you see that when I'm going like this, it is targeting my bicep. It's actually gauging it almost more than the chin-ups, but the chin-ups are the superior exercise because you get the complete range of motion. When it comes to actually doing these workouts, again, don't cheat yourself for reps. Make sure you're doing a pulling exercise. And a good workout to do is do 4 sets of chin-ups. And on the last one, go to failure. I've spoken of this on other videos, but going to failure is really what's going to get you in that muscle hypertrophy range. And what that means is that you want to attack your muscles for a repeated amount of times. You want to do 4 sets of chin-ups. And make sure your rest time in between each set is around a minute or under a minute. Because by constantly attacking the muscle repeatedly over and over again for 4 sets and with shorter amount of rest time in between, it's going to allow the muscle to reach hypertrophy, which means the muscle is going to grow and get bigger. Now, of course, you are getting stronger, but hypertrophy is different than strength. Strength training, you lift something very heavy and rest for a while and then lift again. But hypertrophy, to get the muscle grow, you need to tear it over and over again in rapid succession. So what you want to do is give your body as little time as possible to rest before you go back at it again. Now, of course, you're going to feel really tired, but that's the point of do 4 sets of chin-ups. And the last one, go to failure. You want to make sure that your muscles are really, really, really tired. And if you actually can't, let's say you do 20 chin-ups, and then that last set you can't even get to 15, that's actually a good sign because your muscles are so fatigued that you tore them a lot. That means that they are going to reach hypertrophy. That is the point of going to failure. Don't go to failure all of them, just go to failure on the very last one. So, to go over again, make sure you're doing pulling exercises, which are chin-ups and neutral grip pull-ups, and make sure you are training them to hypertrophy. So it means going to failure and getting them to grow. And before you know it, your muscles, your biceps are going to be very big. And to be clear, this is a small extra note. To make them look really good, you want shirts that are tighter fitting. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. But to get your bicep to look really good, you want to have that effect where the sleeve is going over about half the bicep. And so when you flex like this, then it's sort of like pushing it up. You know what I mean? Like if the shirt was tighter, it would look like the shirt is hugging onto it and the biceps are sort of like almost bursting at the seams. That's what you want to do for better looking biceps to look more attractive. So, use exercises, train your long head, not your short head. Train the long head mainly, which is right here, to make your bicep look more taller. It is finally complete. I've created the Athletic Lifestyle, the complete video course that teaches you everything you need to know. This is fantastic. I've put in the workouts, I put in diet plans, I put in my exact physical routine that I've used to get in shape and become lean and have the athletic build. And I've created this so you can go and learn it. Check the comments down below and go join the Athletic Lifestyle. If you would like to learn more and advanced things such as this, there's way more. There is how to get core compression, how to advance in your calisthenics journey, how to build your perfect physique, and much more. I've put everything into it. Until next time, stay flashy.